All right, guys, let's talk about it. The all-new 2025 Acura ADX. You guys are seeing it here for the first time, and you know it's a big deal when they brought the big letters, because they actually did a pretty good job of making this, a unique proposition in that small SUV and premium kind of segment. And let's talk about it, guys. It looks really nice with the front, styling really Acura-esque as far as the design features with that, diamond pattern, blacked out front grille with a bold Acura logo up front. This one here is the A-Spec Advanced, top of the line. Pricing, I'll give you guys just a quick hint. They're saying starting in the mid 30s, so around like 35 for the base. We're not seeing those here today. Price is gonna climb up from there. And this one has a good amount of options, and this one's pretty much fully loaded with some accessories, which I'll try to point out. You do get nice gloss black on the lower, front splitter right here, functional vents. This one does have LED headlights, as well as this accessory, side accent, this in gloss black. You do get that Acura, chicane LED daytime lights, which look awesome, very sleek. They really fit the design nicely, especially with this blue colorway, which we're seeing here. It's unique to this model. And then you do get gloss black on the over fenders. These 19-inch wheels, which is an option. There's a different 19-inch wheel, which I'll show you on the other vehicle we have here, as well as these tires, which measure 235/45 R19s. Base model gets an 18-inch wheel with that shark gray, which we've seen on other Acura models, if you guys are familiar with that. Let's continue on to the side here. A-Spec Advanced, even the A-Spec will get an A-Spec badge. You guys have a counter for how many times I said A-Spec? I'm not gonna count that. Gloss black on the side view mirror caps, which is nice. And then all the window surrounds are blacked out. You do get keyless entry and go, which is nice across the lineup. And I do wanna point out, I'm gonna be pointing out some standard features that are on regardless of what you get, because there's a good amount of value even at the base model. Coming around the side here, guys, this has an accessory. It's a secondary decklit spoiler. There's one up here, which all of them are gonna get. This one has an accessory here, which is kind of, sporty. Does it do anything for downforce? No, it does not, but it looks cool. So if you want that vibe, you can get that with another, secondary spoiler. But let's look at these taillights, guys. Very sleek, wrap around nicely, that true chicane style right there. And then take a step back. One thing you're gonna notice, I'll point it out if you guys haven't, true dual tipped exhaust. I'm gonna talk about powertrain really quick. Let's walk around the front here, because I'm just gonna give you the quick lowdown. Same engine from the Acura Integra, 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's gonna make around 200 horsepower. They haven't officially announced power figures, but expect similar performance figures that we've seen in the Acura Integra, which is nice. It is based on the HR-V platform. That's not something that's completely hidden. They're fully aware of that, but they did do a lot of stuff inside to make this unique and stand out. But let's hop inside, and actually we're gonna do it in this white car right here. All right, guys, so let's talk about the interior, and I want to point out standard features versus optional features, because I know we're looking at a fully loaded one. Standard is the leather treatment you see on the dash here. The leather treatment you see here, and this touchscreen that has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Amazon Alexa, built-in Google, Google Maps. I mean, did I say Wi-Fi hotspot? I probably already did, but it's got a lot of features in this. We've seen it, kind of being rolled out across the Acura lineup. This is no exception. Looks great, very fast, very responsive. You get a nice clean AC vents here, nice brushed aluminum trim. It's not actual aluminum, but it looks like brushed aluminum. And then these AC vents, we've seen the nice tactile, feedback you get, but look at the colors, guys. Red when it's warm, blue when you're getting cooler. Really nice attention to detail, guys. Physical knobs here and buttons, which is great. And down here you get 2 USB-C ports, one for data and then one for just charging. The data one's also charging. 12 volts over here, big wireless charger. And yeah, just to give you an idea of my phone here, this is what it looks like. You have ample room here, left, right, up and down. And then let me actually take this out here. You do also have a nice slot for your phone here if you don't want to charge it. And then a cup holder here. Going over here, simple, good old fashioned gear selector, park, reverse, neutral, drive. You guys know how to use that. If you don't, you shouldn't be driving. And then on the drive mode selector, you have your individual mode, your drive mode selector, auto start, stop, off button, hill descent, which I find very interesting, park, and then brake hold. This is gloss black, but I do want to point out, and I'm actually going to grab the camera because it's hard for you to see. On this side right here, you do see this texturized pattern. Would have been nice if they carried that over throughout, because this is going to be a very fingerprint, scratch magnet. And I'll hand the camera back to you. Look at the key, guys. Nice, modern, Acura key. Very sleek. Feels nice, and it's very, clean design. You get another cup holder right here, and then a large center console. And I do want to point out, this is distinctly different than what we've seen in the HR-V. that has a tunnel set up. This, I feel like you get 2 cup holders, you get a good cubby, very nice, unique design, feels more premium. And then one thing we're looking up here and seeing, large panoramic glass roof, and it opens. You cannot get that on an HRV. It is optional, that is not standard. Standard would be a regular sunroof, so just keep that in mind. And I want to point out another thing that's up here, speakers. It's part of a Bang & Olufsen 15 speaker sound system. And if you look at the tweeters on the A-pillars, really nice, unique tweeter setup. I mean, they've done a lot of work on Acuras in the past. We've seen it on the MDX to incorporate premium audio experiences into the vehicle. 15 speakers in a vehicle this small, pretty impressive. Let's look at these seats, guys. Can't believe I ignored it. It's probably my favorite part of it. These kind of two-tone blue suede with the white interior, with the white leather, perforated, heated, and ventilated. Very nice. Honestly, then they're comfortable too. So no complaints here. Let's hop onto the driver's side and see what you get from my perspective. All right, guys, so on the driver's side, let's look at the door really quickly. You do get suede accents, leather here, which is nice. Leather on the armrest with your door handle, your switchgear, that Bang & Olufsen branding on the speaker grills. But something you'll see carry over from the HRV is this texture right here. And honestly, I'm not bad at it. It works with the design styling here. A-spec, gets you A-spec on the door sill. And then let's look at the pedals really quickly. Your dead pedal is just, simple matte black plastic, but the pedals here for brake and gas are nice and aluminum with the rubber texture. And that's really nice to see. Over here, you have buttons for your power tailgate, traction control off, a blank, and a nice little, cubby. I think, you can fit some stuff in there if you're creative. Let's look at the steering wheel, guys, though. Heated leather wrap steering wheel. On the fully loaded one, you'll just get a regular leather wrap steering wheel on other trims. But look at these paddles, guys. Metal paddle shifters on an Acura ADX, on a small subcompact, I guess, SUV. That's really nice. I'm telling them they need to bring this to the Acura Integra because they feel really nice, and they look really premium, which I appreciate. Standard across the board, large 10.2-inch center display. There is alerts, guys. This is a prototype. It's plugged in, so it is kind of tripping out. This isn't gonna be how it is when you go to buy it, because we know Acura and Honda, they do some good quality stuff. Nice leather here, nice vents, guys. I mean, the dash is not leather, but at this level, you're not gonna expect that, to be honest. Oh, and then one thing I forgot to point out is a sunglasses holder here, which is really nice. I see a lot of companies aren't including that these days. I want to give props to Acura for having that. Let's hop on the second one, though, and see what the rear legroom is like. All right, guys, so in the back, they didn't skimp out, honestly, because the seats have the same treatment, that same suede. It's a really soft suede, guys. Like, it feels amazing. And then the leather here is the same setup. It's not perforated, it's not heated, it's not ventilated, but I mean, guys, you can't expect that at this kind of a class of vehicle. You get doormat pockets just on the passenger side. I guess they're saying if the driver's here, they want to reach back, they can access this one. Would have been nice to see a second one here, not gonna lie. But you get dedicated AC vents in the second row, which is huge. 2 USB-C ports for charging, which is great for the people back here. Aside from that, guys, look at the legroom, look at the headroom. I'm 5'8", sitting behind myself. Not a super tall guy, but if I was taller, about this much taller, and then this much, this much longer legs, and then this much longer head, I think I should be, or neck or torso, whatever. I think I should be plenty fine to sit in here. You also get cup holders with armrest. It's nicely padded, but it's not super big. Let me show you what it's like to fold down these seats real quick. There's this here. You'll notice this will lower down as I bring it down. We've seen that on other vehicles to give you a nice flat load floor into your trunk space. Let's open that up and see what the practicality is like. All right, let's talk about storage space. You do get a power tailgate, which I'll talk about a little bit later. As far as the capacity goes, you get a good amount, especially when you fold those seats flat. You see this texture here. We've seen that from the HRV, so that's carried into this, but it works. It gives you, some rugged durability. So, it's not like just a nice big flat piece of panel that can get scuffed up. It's a wavy one instead. Under here, you do get, little cubbies, and then your, jack, tire jack, wheel jack, and all that stuff in case you get into a situation. But because of that power tailgate, you get the ability to use that walk-away feature that they've had in other vehicles. You press that button, it'll beep once, you grab all your stuff, and as long as the key's in your pocket, you can walk away to close the tailgate automatically. It'll beep, it'll close, you don't have to worry about it, vehicle's locked, and you're good to go. And I love that they brought into this. I haven't had a really chance to experience it in many other Acura vehicles, even though it has been offered before. It's not new, but I'm glad they're bringing it down to this vehicle. And while we're looking at this white one, let's talk about the design styling on this one specifically. Coming around the side here, one thing I want to point out, this doesn't have that spoiler. So a clean rear end here, you know, and the white really makes the angles and the lines shine a lot with that decklet spoiler. The black contrast on the taillights is really nice. And as you can see, regardless of, you know, what trim or options you get, A-Spec or A-Spec Advanced, you get that gloss black plastic. And then these are the other 19-inch wheel options that you can get on this. So it's different. If you don't remember, you can scroll back, or just that's what the new one on this one is like. This is the optional one. So kind of curvy, wavy right here. And then we'll head back. I mean, aside from that, the side profile, nothing really changed aside from the color, obviously. And this is what the front looks like. It's looking a little dark, but just bear with me. It's what the front looks like with that white colorway. Black diamond grille really contrasts very nicely. But if that colorway isn't really your style, you get this nice, more sporty black seats with red stitching, suede, and obviously perfect leather. This is also heated and ventilated because it's the A-Spec Advanced. A-Spec just gets heated and so on. So we're looking at a fully loaded one here. I'm not gonna say these are standard because they're not, but the leather on here is a really nice touch, even on the dash, even with all these, you know, accents with that, you know, brushed aluminum trim, nice little accent here. It works really well. Like, I think they did a really good job of distinguishing itself from the HRV that it's, you know, from a platform standpoint based on, but also to compete against the competition. You get a good amount of standard features in here and it feels premium. And honestly, metal paddle shifters, I'm just not gonna get over that. That's probably my favorite feature on this one. But yeah, the red and black, I really feel like suits this vehicle, especially with the blue colorway, really nicely. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna go this route just because it's easier to live with, easier to keep clean, you know? So yeah. All right, guys, so let me know what you guys think. Do you think at a base price, starting around 35, the mid 30s is what they're telling us, it'll go up from there? So, I mean, my guess, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I think it's gonna be in, you know, for a fully loaded one, mid 40s, mid to low 40s is my hope. Which is a lot of money to jump, you know, to put towards an SUV. But I feel like at the base level, this is gonna be a pretty good value proposition compared to the competitors that are out there, because a lot of people want SUVs and a lot of people want something with a premium elevated feel to it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What questions you guys have, drop them down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.